Well, after a power outage that started roughly at 12:10 this morning, power came on at, I would say, 5:40 for us. At least when I woke up, I was asleep. Maybe before that. So I'll just say that this power has been out for 4 hours, and it impacted approximately 4,000 people. The first chart for the area of influence, um, represented by the power company known as Kuwaita EMC, reported that 3,953 people, uh, spread over several cities, including, or several, um, several counties, including Fayette County, um, was, excuse me, trying to catch my breath here. Let me restate what I'm saying. The first chart reported that 3,953 people were impacted by the power outage. An updated chart that was brought to my attention by Lisa Smith, who I was communicating with at the EMC Facebook page, which, by the way, was not updated by anybody at Kuwaita. Nobody reported that the number of people impacted went up to 3,964. Um, so it was interesting they updated it after, just as I was complaining that there was no date on the chart, and that's what I want to get to. Um, First of all, thank God in Kuwait EMC that the power is on, but I have to blame Kuwait singularly for no updates on any of their social media platforms regarding what was going on at any time. I'm not stating that, I mean, nothing. And perhaps it's what their population is used to, but my point is that doesn't mean that they have to deliver, at least in terms of service, as opposed to the most. Uh, this is an area that is known for having a large number of octogenarians, and some of them live by themselves with little assistance. Some of them are on breathing machines. In one case, the person that I was conversing with, I don't want to put her business in the street, but she did write it, that she was staying with a person who had just suffered a stroke and was on a type of, was using a mechanical device uh, to help them breathe, if I'm not mistaken. So those examples are all too common around here, and the organizations that provide service and healthcare, and in this particular instance, power, should be extra sensitive to them and make sure that at the very least they're updating people regarding their efforts to restore power. And they are also letting them know of numbers for emergency services in case they have these problems, because some people forget. Okay? Some people forget. You know, just because one doesn't have to provide that information doesn't mean they shouldn't. If you're responsible for that many people and you are at least good enough to say, hey, look, here's how many people are affected, inform them of what's going on. Kuwait used to do that. Whatever's happening, I believe their CEO retired recently, but I can remember a time when the organization was really about the business of updating its social media platforms. It should get back to that. Or if they have a problem with it, hire me. Hire Zenny62 Media to do it. We'll do it very well, because they post these messages and these stylized posters But when it comes to informing people of what they need to know when a power outage happens, they fall flat. They fall flat. There's no reason they can't do better at all. Um, so the power's back. This is the longest it has ever taken to repair the power, which I believe represents the severity of this thunderstorm. And I have to go back and review what was going on because it literally took us by surprise. Um, my mother thought it was an electrical storm. Normally, you have the common uh, entry signals of a storm, like a lot of rain battering and pitter pattering on your windows, right? That wasn't the case this time. Normally, you have winds. That wasn't the case. That eventually did happen. What we did have was lightning in the background that was picked up on our cameras, which was at a considerable distance. It was very weird. I have to say, the second weirdest storm here I've ever experienced. They get a lot of them. They get so many storms here, I'm beginning to miss earthquakes. Yeah, I said that. Um, it is wild, absolutely wild. Anyway, and then I just remembered that Francis Ford Coppola is here. Yes, he is. He has a business called the All Movie Hotel. Motel, excuse me, the All Movie Motel. That's the All Movie Hotel. Sorry, France. Sorry, Mr. Coppola. The All Movie Hotel. New facility. Anyway, so I'm not the only Californian down here. So anyway, the storm is long past us. The power is back on, thankfully, and we can go about our business. And I am doing the business of informing everybody that it's on, just as I informed you that it was off. Please subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark ZennyReport.com. Thanks. I'll see you. And Kuwaita EMC, please establish a better use of your social media platforms to inform your population. I can't ask that enough. Thank you. God bless.